This is a series of 100 films about Japanese foods I've eaten, and this is a film about very, 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 very expensive meat. My mom likes to phone me and talk about meat, but Shane, she says, the Kobe beef, they massage the cow and give it beer and treat it really, really well. But Mom, I say, it's not just Kobe. If you look at a map of Japan, most of the land is covered by mountains, and in the few flat places, most are occupied by people or rice fields. So there isn't much space to raise cows. And add to that the fact that milk products aren't very common in the Asian diet. So rather than put a pot roast on every table, Japan decided to put a small but amazing steak on a few rich people's plates. It's called Wagyu. That's the Japanese word for beef raised in Japan. The emphasis is on flavor rather than quantity. Japanese beef is really fatty. Cuts of meat are more like overlapping highways of fat. This imbues an incredibly rich flavor, but it's overwhelming if you eat too much of it. You'd never be able to finish a huge American steakhouse slab of this kind of meat. Also, the less lean the beef is, the better the flavor and the higher the price. Prices are generally quoted in 100-gram amounts, ranging from $7 or $8 per 100 grams, which you'll find in an ordinary neighborhood grocery store, to beef costing $500 per 100 grams, which I last saw at the Mitsukoshi in Ebisu before the Fukushima earthquake. For my American cousins, 100 grams is about a quarter of a pound, so yes, I'm talking about the equivalent of a $500 quarter pounder with cheese. And what says I love you like this? That's right, you're looking at heart-shaped cuts of Japanese beef. Only $70 each. I'm not sure why Kobe became famous in English-speaking countries. Maybe because of this Hyogo Meat Prize, but other areas are just as famous. Kobe is just one place well known for beef. It just happens to be part of the second largest urban area in Japan. Not to be outdone, there's also Saga in Kyushu and Matsuyama in Shikoku. There's no reason not to try all of them. Why will my friends love it? The preparation for a meal of Kobe beef is quite extravagant. Many restaurants cook the steak on a griddle at your table. They serve meat with sliced fried garlic and stir-fried vegetables, also cooked in front of you. And you also get a bowl of rice because it's Japan. So with Kobe beef, watching your dinner being cooked can be almost as fun as eating it. Why will my friends hate it? The flavor is amazing, and even though you're usually served only a playing card pack sized portion of beef, it's surprisingly filling, but it's expensive. And the prices I mentioned before, many Westerners want a lot more meat and mashed potatoes. Where can I get it? That's right, you guessed it, Kobe Steaklando in Sannomiya. That's the main downtown area in Kobe. If you're new to Japan, you'll probably want to start in Tokyo at Shinjuku Station, since it's the busiest train station in the world. Take the Yamanote Line to Shinagawa Station, transfer to the Nozomi Shinkansen, headed in the Osaka direction. About 2 hours later, get off at Shin-Kobe Station, transfer to the Kobe subway Seishin Yamate Line in the Seishin-chuo direction. Get off at Sannomiya Station, follow the signs in the underground concourse to the E7 exit, walk 4 blocks west under the covered sidewalk. It's just on the north side, just before Honolulu Coffee. Keep in mind, by the time you're watching this information might be out of date. The word of the day. The word of the day is niku. It means meat in Japanese. Anytime you see the upside-down open box with 2 hoof prints inside of it, you know it's not vegetarian food you're ordering. As always, feel free to watch this film 10 more times and repeat along with me. At least that's what I do. Next time. So that's it until next time, when we pivot to the magical world of pork and the Japanese city where the pig is king. So until then, sayonara.